Easy. All right. Everyone take a big breath in. Nice big smile. I promise this won't make the edit.
I'm
Hey, maybe
ready.
it will. It probably is. This is the intro. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel.
What's the name of the
Obviously,
channel again? Is it
Men of the Best.
that's the
This
one.
one.
Men are the best. That's the one.
Joining together to make the men of the best.
We are the men of the best. Well, not me because I wasn't.
Surely we just do like men of the east because we're like southeastern Queensland.
I rate that. Oh,
No,
can
but
we
like,
do that? Can we all forge
Best
into
sport,
one?
best sport, best sport, best painted.
Didn't get a best score.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Because we've all won a best something sport and/or painted and/or general.
Oh no, it's blurred.
To be fair, the only time I won a best sport was when Sean wasn't there.
Yep, that's
I
true.
think I was kind of like Sean and Elias both weren't at the event, and I was just the third place.
Yeah, I don't win best sports anymore. I'm in my villain era. Soundly in my villain era. I don't win best sports, so
I just run the tournaments.
the real hero. The real hero.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, and they've been epic, mate. Like
They have been awesome. I'm so
epic.
excited.
I'm gutted that I can't make the one in Toowoomba.
Yeah, I wasn't going to be able to. Then when my wife decided that weekend she's driving to go see her friend out in the country, and I was like, oh no, what a shame.
Shit.
I guess I'll go to Toowoomba. Oh
Yeah,
no.
Yeah. No, that's wicked.
Yeah, it's good. It's gonna be good.
But yes. Anyway, we are back and we're commentating on another tournament battle report. So this is the last game from the Battle of Bywater. So the one you saw before was the Mumak and Thorin's company. And Riley and Tom were kind of like it was a good game. It was just the layout. I think the terrain layout was a bit tough for the elephant.
Yeah.
But this one, what I'll do is actually let's crack on, eh? We'll get this started. Now,
Should people potentially like, share, and subscribe on this channel, or is that
not
Dead
on
channel.
mine, it's dead. But go to
Dead-
the other
dead
one.
channel,
So
dead
make
channel.
sure you head over to
Just the
MGG
noobs. Just the
and
noobs. Don't worry about the other one.
calls to action. What's this? No, it's terrible. All right, let's get this one cracking, eh?
Dead inside.
Dead
Let's do it.
inside. So, a breakdown for the armies. Essentially, it's assault on Lothlorien versus the Moria Legendary Legion. So you've got Balrog and just people that like to play at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's heaps of bodies. So
People who like to play at night, that got me.
you know what? Oh, it's
good.
mate. It's
good.
great. It's great. But yeah, they're playing Stormly Camp, and I think Stormly Camp is probably one of my favorite missions, which
Why?
is I love it. Eh?
Why,
Honestly,
dude?
everyone, you know what? I like having the opportunity to defend an area and then having to push into someone else's area is really great.
With consent, of course.
Look, listen, sure, yes,
Lol.
for the channel, yes.
All right, so who we got? Is that Dylan on the top right?
Yeah, Dylan's on the top right,
Okay.
and then Jacob is just down on the bottom left.
Look at
now,
those shorts.
Yeah.
Wow, they're bright.
Yes, they are. But yeah, they've both got really kind of like high model count armies.
Mm.
Obviously, the nighttime, I guess.
Yeah, that's the darkness you're referring to with Assault on Lothlorien.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
It doesn't really affect the Moria Legion because they can all see in the dark anyway, pretty much. I think
Yeah,
the Balrog can't, but then the
Yeah, but the
Balrog
Balrog's
has an
not doing
8-inch whip.
anything. So yeah, it doesn't matter to him if he can't see you or not. So yeah.
No.
No, they should give the Balrog a shooting attack. That's what it needs to be. That's a new addition. Put on the wish list. Balrog shooting attack.
Oh,
I wonder
yeah.
what they're going to do with the Balrog. Hey, I reckon he'll be fight 9.
I hope so.
That'd be good.
Fight 9. I think the only one who should fight 10 should be Sauron.
Yeah.
I do wish that they would go above fight 10. Like, I reckon you should be able to strike.
I
up.
think if they're gonna stick to 10, they need to stack. They need to spread it out a bit more.
I think they're going to go Goblins will go to fight 1, and then Elves will go up as well.
Oh yeah. Hobbits can should go 2.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, Moria takes priority, and it's just like I said, mate.
Just
I love
both
it.
players
It's running
moving.
for sport, pretty much. I think
Yeah.
this was for speed because obviously games go for was it hour 45, wasn't it, from memory?
Yeah, I think so.
Um,
And this
Is
is
it
something
both-
you. Sorry, after you, Senor.
Both players have a forest that they have to move around in Storm's Camp. So it's interesting that they chose to go to the right, because in my mind, Storm the Camp is actually to the left of your table edge. Is that correct?
It's either. It says you pick a corner. The winning player.
I think in terms of like game speed, the fact that they both chose a bit with the forest was kind of like a interesting.
Yeah, and when neither army really wants the forest either, because if you got that Lothlorien, you've got that woodland creature, you might want that forest, but correct. I mean, yeah. Look, maybe the players are both thinking defensively. They're like, I want this forest to help defend part of my camp. It's hard to say.
True, and there are two L ruined in the middle of the board as well, and it looks like it could kind of favor Jacob initially for more of a defensive position for the Balrog to come around and kind of mitigate the enraged beasts.
Yeah, it really comes down to where those enraged beasts are going to land and any other spells. But I mean, the thing with AOL is it doesn't need everything. It can just kind of do its own thing. Like you can section it off and it just does its thing. It doesn't need to death ball as much as other legions.
True. Same token too. If you go in half-assed, it's kind of you lose tools really quickly for no reward. Every tool you throw out, you want to get some sort of reward with. And it's interesting to note with what's his name? Dylan's AOL is there are no prowlers.
That was when I saw that on the day, I was curious to see how it would work for him, because it is like the traditional rat with that legion is like, how many prowlers can I get? So,
right. Hence the nerve. So, and Dylan's already setting up like a warg flank as well, so we can try and start to threaten as well. Unfortunately, Jacob doesn't have any of that maneuverability because he's just got goblins with one big threat. But if he can use the Balrog to get some juicy hurls in the middle section there of the two L's, I think that could be huge.
The Balrog will hold that. If he can get up into that corner, kind of right in the middle there next to that bridge, he will. The Balrog lives there. Good luck getting him out of there.
Absolutely, especially if he can funnel the backside of his base too, so he's never going to get wrapped. He's only ever going to get bat and maybe spidered, or bat and something else.
Do my eyes deceive me, or are those prowlers on the Moria side?
Yes, there are prowlers on the Moria side.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got the prowlers and the Balrog, and then AOL without any prowlers. I like it. It's a bit interesting.
So I played Jacob round 4 or 5 in Bywater as well, and just watching him with his army and how he was moving the Balrog, how he was fighting with the Balrog, this is home for Jacob, and we spoke about because Jacob recently played AOL. There was just so much to think about. There was so much admin with the Furies and the magic everywhere, and he was like, I need to get quicker and kind of reassess how I'm going to play before I really commit to a tournament. And I was like, bro, respect the hell out of that. And I took Mordor Spider Queen to this, and I got really lucky on a couple of courage tests to get into the Balrog. Otherwise, and I just got him down to half wounds, and I literally just went, fuck off, and ran away.
Yeah, 100%. You break, gone.
But Jacob knows his army inside and out. He played really good.
Yeah. Really I was sad I couldn't make that second day. I wanted to match up against it, but didn't get a chance.
It's terrifying. The Balrog's terrifying.
Yeah.
Legit.
As a Hobbit player, for sure.
I've only ever versed it once, and it was with Aragorn and a bunch of Army of the Dead. And so I was all right.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Basically, it just didn't die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't charge, but it didn't. It was,
Whereas I got the Balrog down to 1 wound with Hobbits.
Hobbits and stones, baby. Let's do this.
Staffs, dude. The special strikes. I'm sad they're getting rid of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only person in the world that's sad that they're getting rid of special strikes.
No, I think that's a fair few people. I have a funny feeling that might be a case of they might roll them into special rules as well.
Yeah, I'll say, hey, as long as my sheriffs can still bonk people with sticks, I'm happy.
Yeah. Hey, bro, they're giving Sam a fry pan. Who cares?
Oh, you know what? I take it all back. That's true. He's getting his fry pan.
You know what I mean?
It's all worth it.
I can't wait for that rule. I reckon it's going to be roll at 6 or something, and you just wound.
Yeah, natural 6s.
Natural 6, you just wound. Or natural 6.
I think that's perfectly fair.
Irrelevant of fight value. I'm in. And then you have to roll a wound as normal, but whatever. You just
roll 6.
Swinging.
It's easy.
Swinging. But yeah. So I've kind of just rolled all of the priority and stuff for the first few turns together.
Yeah, there's not really much happening.
Just walking towards each other, right?
There's a couple of bow shots from marauders and goblins that have not landed, but yeah, it's nothing too crazy so far.
No, nothing too crazy. And then I took a slight angle change just to try and make it a little bit more in depth.
Yeah, you can definitely see it a bit clearer now.
Yeah.
So we've got the Balrog moving up to exactly where we talked about there, right up there in the corner.
Mhm.
Which is, it makes perfect sense to me. That's where I'd want to put him if I was playing the Balrog, but what do I know? I don't play evil armies.
Yeah, my first real evil army that I played was at this. And I had a lot of fun with it on the second day. So,
Sounds like it's what you got. You got what you deserved then, dude.
I went 3-3, baby.
Nice,
3 terrible
nice,
games
nice.
at the start. No, the first 3 games were actually really good. But yeah, I think for Dylan as well, he's probably looking to choke this point up a bit.
He kind of needs to.
Yeah.
I mean, this is one of those games where it's like, is this a game of Storm the Camp where they're actually going to get anywhere near each other, or is it the game of Storm the Camp where they're just...
I don't know. I feel like Dylan could
walk around each
also
other.
make the Balrog to walk through a section of the army.
Yeah, he's left a little hole there. I like that.
Look at the gap between the Balrog and the Moria goblins now. Like, I feel like if the Balrog gets isolated, AOL just cleans that shit up in 2 seconds. Like, when I played AOL, I've cleaned a bear up a turn.
Couple of hits there. Nah, nothing from it.
No, so he's shooting into combat.
Where's the combat?
On the Balrog, I think.
Oh, did it whip? Oh, yeah, I can see the whip
whipped.
there.
Yeah.
Whipped in.
Yep.
Whipped him, didn't kill him. And then now
He
he's
shot his own
getting
orc.
into it with the rest. Yeah.
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 As you should. Evil players always make use of that rule. If you've got bows or whatever you've got, just shoot into combat. Like,
The Balrog gets a free combat.
yeah, it's worth it, especially.
Yeah, that Balrog was, I reckon, if it was me looking at this position, I think I probably would have gone up 8 inches as opposed to across 8 inches, if that makes
Me
sense.
too. Me too.
Up towards the camp,
Correct.
around that corner.
Correct.
Use that choke point against your opponent here. 2 6s for shooting,
Yes.
followed by 6 and a 1. Oh, brutal.
And that's even with +1 to wound, like because the Balrog can't see in the dark, it doesn't avoid the shots. All the other goblins and that, they're ducking and diving because that's.
So that means that Balrog's getting wounded on what, 5s by 4s from the bows?
Yeah, either 5x4s or 5x3, something like that. Because what's his defense?
9.
Yeah, so 5x4s.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll take those.
All day. All right, so Moria's got priority.
In a more pressing issue, I really want to know what Jacob does because he's got, I think, 3 prowlers down the bottom of his forest to match up with the 2 wargs as well. And the way Jacob's looking to poster is going into the middle of the 2 L's and doing what we spoke about before, which is nice, but there's a decent AOL contingent running down the opposite side that I don't really know if Jacob has. Like, I'm worried that
Plan for it.
sees it too late or tries to react, he won't have enough movement and turns to deal with that little contingent.
Like the Wargs or the bait here. Yeah, there it's coming around the corner a bit more.
Yeah, see what I mean? So it's like, shit, what does he do? Does he just try and sit there and,
Does he try and trade camps? It's the other way to do it, is you just punch through if you can.
It's weird that Moria, like this is a 50 model Moria list that feels light on bodies immediately, but he's also got 6 models hanging behind that bell tower to the left there.
I think those are his bows. And there's a couple of bows at the bottom of that large grouping as well, so he's probably trying to get the most out of his shooting, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense. There's also some bows as well, just down in the camp, which is just off screen.
They're bows. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, even then, even if bows, I mean, there's some goblin bows. I mean, a bow's a bow, but yeah, goblin bows. Oh, I got lash. Someone got whipped.
Yeah,
Hey,
someone did get
dead.
whipped, yeah.
T.O. Judge, he's knocking over the terrain.
Right, the amount of times I got called over for the TO calls was hilarious.
People kept coming over to me,
Bywater.
and I was like, I'm not a TO. Leave me alone.
Mate, I'm happy to make calls on stuff. Whoever's going to pay me the most, it's going to go your way.
Whoever slips you a $5 first. $5 is $5, mate.
Mate, I'll take it where I take it. Any free beers, I'm in. But yeah, they're kind of sort of like starting to meet in the middle now. And I feel like Dylan's got a decent position with stuff that can just run around and...
I'll be curious to see if Dylan capitalizes and goes for the camp, or if he gets greedy and tries to box Moria in the middle there. Because I think, me personally, I'm a greedy player. I'm probably going to try and box, like cut across the back. I'll send a couple to the camp because like it's the right thing to do. But also, the chance to try and get that early model lead is worth it. I play high model armies, so my whole thing is like I want to increase my lead of models.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, anytime I've played you with high model armies, it always feels fun to kill a bunch of stuff, and then I look at it and I realize you're not even broken. It's just futile. But I've killed 40 dudes, so I'm all right with this.
Yeah, I mean, look, I tell people when I walk up to the table, you're going to kill stuff and just enjoy it. That's what it comes like. We're playing with our toys, dude. We're rolling dice and playing with toys. It's not that hard. It's not that deep. Got some more shooting going on?
Yes. So I believe he is trying to get a couple of wounds on the Balrog.
I mean, as he should. Like, he's got the bows. This is his best chance of winning the Balrog, realistically, with that 5x4s.
Yeah. And the
especially
Balrog,
with not taking prowlers.
They don't break until the Balrog loses half its wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's...
I think as well, the Balrog has a rule where it can only be hit on 5s as well. Is that right? 5 or 6s?
5s.
5s.
Very interesting. Which obviously is where AOL caps. I just wonder, it's shit prowlers.
Yeah.
So, trackers.
Yeah, it sucks for trackers, but it's an orc tracker. They're 5 points.
So then, that's an excellent question, because if it can only be hit on a 5, right? How does that stack with, say, Legolas, who hits on a 2+?
He always hits on a 2. Yeah, he always hits on a 2+.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because I looked at it and I was like,
if you're doing your 1+ shot at with Legolas into the Balrog, fine. No worries.
Yeah, because this game, 1s aren't automatic fails, are they? Like they are in other
No,
GW.
yeah, you can win on a 1. You can do anything on a 1.
True.
Interesting.
It is an interesting choice that they've made with that ruling, especially for those of us who play other systems where 1 is always fails, and then for us you have to get in that mental headspace when you play a system like this where 1 isn't like that. You need to remind yourself that that's not how it works.
Yeah, I think I watched Liam do some stuff with Dunland where he got to like a 1+ to wound or something on certain things.
Yeah, Warcry, two-handing hatred can get you to a 1s to wound. So it can be like Thryden two-handing with the Warcry against a Rohan hero can get 1s.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Knocked prone with Mighty Blow. Like,
Dunland has to win the fight.
Yeah, that's the trick. He's gonna win the fight.
Thryden shits the bed. Oh, bro, did you see the wolf model?
Yeah, yes, I did. He looks pretty sick.
Holy shit. And it's
Still not playing them, but...
It's in plastic, which is actually exciting. It means we should be getting, hopefully, like new plastic miniatures for Lord of the Rings, which means that, like, hopefully they've got their licensing sorted. It's this new edition. Oh,
pretty exciting.
God. Fresh air. It's such a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited for people to stop yapping about everything they don't know and just talking crap on every Facebook page.
But speaking about yapping about things that they don't know, Dunland Bumax, right? Like, where are we at with this? I mean, we've all seen the cartoon.
May I? I don't know what you're talking about. So,
no. Wasn't it in the trailer? I thought it was in the trailer.
I don't watch. If I intend to see a movie, I don't watch the trailer. Like, I just go see the movie. You don't need to hype me up or convince me to see the movie. I'm going to go see it. So
it's 2.5 hours. It's a 2.5 hour anime in the cinema.
It's pretty sick. It's pretty cool.
Wicked.
Yeah, we all have those people we know who are like, oh, it's animated, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, oh, okay, but it's Lord of the Rings content, so...
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
Interesting. So the Marauders come in and hit the back of those archers to
It's a bold choice.
It is. But I don't think the Marauder wins the shooting.
It's a strong model for sure, and if it works out, he's going to go really well. But it's one of those, it's a risk-reward. Like, how much you're willing to risk.
If gets trapped, loses a fight, like, everything's dead.
Yeah.
But it has 4 attacks, right? Like, so it's a warg. You get the extra one for the charge, and then you get 2 extra ones for the 2 extra people.
Yes.
And it's got a higher fight than the goblins that it's in with.
But
so you're right, if it loses it, it's going to...
You heard of rolling ones.
Yeah. But we've just discussed that ones don't mean anything in this game.
That's true. Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah. But I think... Because I was looking at it before, and the fact that it can move and shoot, and it's just like, oh yeah, you can still shoot off the back of it is insane.
Yeah, sure. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So Jacob has gone for like a reaction, like knee jerk to go and stop that warband that's coming over, which he has to, otherwise the game's gone. And the Balrogs moved back There are 1, 2 spiders, and I'm looking at 2 bats in the back corner, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So,
No, one bat, and the other one's Durzag.
okay,
So the bat at the back, like the big one at the back. Is
Oh,
the
yeah,
bat. The little one behind the spider is Durzag.
So 2 spiders and a bat, and I don't think there's enough to kill 3. Let's say, what does a spider get to? Is it 4 attacks on the charge and ranged?
4. It's
4.
2 plus 2. 4.
So 4 attacks on the charge means
Rerolling all fails.
rolling all failed. Okay, so worst case scenario, he does 4 solid wounds.
And it makes him strength 5?
6, I think.
Yeah.
Strength 4 plus 2, strength 6. So winning on 5s out of 4. He gets 3 with a reroll. Let's say worst case scenario, 4 wounds. He then takes a hit. And if you get close enough to Druzag, then you can whip Druzag into the combat.
There's no enraged beast anymore.
I don't know. I think I potentially would have maybe used the Balrog as bait here.
I mean, to be fair, bait is yes, but also it's still the Balrog. And if you can get that whip off, easy. You're golden. That threat is gone. The bats are there, but if they're not going to sacrifice stuff to go into the Balrog, your big play, if your AOL is that bat triple spider enrage and hope.
I think the same token too, the Balrog does decline and get worse as it's wounded too. So that's another caveat to this.
So here's an enraged beast question for you, because enrage is area of effect, right? I guess this is order of operations. So let's say enraged beast is going off. My spider starts to move, and it's just outside of the aura to get an effect. Can I move it, say, 2 inches into the aura to make it fearless, and then get it to charge something else to take a real kind of circuitous route if I can see it? Does that make sense?
Rage or Fury?
Fury, sorry.
Okay, so you start in Fury range, cast your power before getting into Fury, before moving out of Fury, and you're good to go.
Okay, I understood what the words meant separately. My brain is now putting them together.
So, alternatively, as long as for you to charge the Balrog for free, you need to be in the Fury range first initially. If the spider is not in range of Druzag, Druzag needs to move first to hop in range of the spider, then cast his power to enrage the spider, then the spider can go charge.
Gotcha. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you could just kind of cast it, move, and then hop into it, and then duck back out, if that makes sense.
No, you need to complete the move, including magic. Like chess, you finish the move once you take the hand off.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, cool. Oh, that makes sense. So wargs are fighting goblins in the camp that's just off screen, and then I believe there's a few there's a charge up the top with a Balrog. I'm pretty sure it's in something. And then obviously you've got the rider down there, and then it's kind of,
I don't know. AOL looks like it's slowly losing little chunks in the middle that it's been feeding. However, the Balrog hasn't gone free right now. I feel like if it wins this combat, the Balrog needs to make a call really quickly. Is it going to defend the camp, or is it going to go for the camp?
Yeah. So the warg wins. The Marauder is good. So I think they're just going around to kind of start mopping some stuff up and see what happens. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Total for him, that's massive.
Yeah. Because you get knocked prone, right? And so suddenly you're just
8 dice.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the only way to kind of get around it is you've got to ensure that it doesn't get the charge.
We have had. I will return. There's been a dropped glass, so I'm going to go help clean that.
Nice.
No worries. Oh, look at that!
Yeah.
Got a profile picture and everything.
It's interesting now because there's a lot of prowlers in that little warband, which I'm assuming is just goblins and orcs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Does he throw weapons? Does he engage hard? What does he do with the Balrog? How does Jacob try and gain back a little bit of momentum, which I think he had at the start?
Yeah, I feel like Jacob had a lot of that movement momentum. Okay. He's moving backwards now.
like when watching Jacob move the Balrog over the last couple of turns, the Balrog's been a bit indecisive as to is it going, is it back, is it forward, is it charging? Like he's just kind of been like doing a mad dash around the middle without really. He's just reacting, right? He's just reacting to Dylan at the moment.
Yeah. And then Dylan's coming in, and I know there is a captain, I believe, down here as well.
Yep. Yep.
So the whole warband has actually started to move on and move forward, which is good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it
Putting
seems...
a lot of emphasis on that little warband to do work, like proper work.
Yeah.
And now Dylan's got the ability to move a bit freely with Ashrak, Druzag, beasts, bats, and the Balrog's nowhere near to be seen.
Yeah, and he's making sure that he's staying outside of things to not either get whipped or sort of heroic combat charged off of into another turn. So he's playing the measuring game quite well.
So Dylan's looking to do a complete sweep here, tie the Balrog up. And if Jacob's not careful where his own models are placed currently, if Dylan goes to sweep, talking about the camera to the bottom right hand, if Dylan goes to sweep down and do like a fishhook movement where he's going to go down to the bottom of the board and directly spearhead the camp whilst tying the Balrog up, if the Balrog can't move through its own models, the combat's gone. Like the combat's completely useless.
Yeah.
And the Balrog is then not in an offensive position to hold any camp. It's got a fair few models that can be stagnant, across. Whilst it can kill 10 goblins a turn, if you only feed it one with an heroic combat into 2.
Yeah, it's not doing anything. It's just not
massive. It's massive.
I think and I feel like this probably comes up later. I'm pretty sure the Balrog gives a fight buff to goblins in a certain range in the Legion.
I'll read on that because I would like to know myself, actually.
Like, I'm pretty sure. And that's the other thing then. I feel like it does, because that sort of determines how far out you want it to be or how far back you need it to be, because your lines need some form of support. Like, they need some form of assistance to go, well, my 6 needs to be better than your 6. It can't be the same. It can't come down to a roll-off.
So within 6 inches of the Balrog, you gain a +1 to their fight value. Additionally, you're never considered broken unless the Balrog's half movement. The effects of the Moria Goblin or Moria Black Shield are increased to 18 inches, 2 battlefield wide. Additionally, so long as the drum is at least 1 drummer are alive. Okay, so drum's board wide.
Wow, okay.
And counts as a banner for the purposes of victory points.
Interesting, because I don't think he has a drum in this.
No, he doesn't.
I mean, that is
very interesting.
Like, if you're drumming board wide,
that's big.
You're fast. Like, that is quick.
Yeah, every turn. Yeah. So what we can see Dylan doing now is literally just speed bumping this Balrog.
Yep.
Which is the right play.
Makes complete sense.
Jacob needs to focus on his problem to the right, bottom right, in his camp now, big time.
Yeah, so the one thing that you can't see, which is unfortunate, just placed on the way the cameras are sort of placed in the space that was there, I'm pretty sure there are 2 Felwargs in that camp now.
Yep, they came around a couple turns earlier.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they just dealt with the goblins that were there as a speed bump. Like, he just got lucky on some rolls.
Shit.
Yeah, tore them down and killed them.
That's the risk with these type of armies, hey?
Yeah, you don't have a solid defensive core.
No.
Well, maybe you do, but it's expensive for the type of army because all of your models are so cheap. So then that way you just want to flood the board with... Like, I looked at Goblin Town, and just the idea of as many just rubbish goblins as you can get on the field is phenomenal. Yep. Like, I would do that left, right, and center every day if I had the ability to paint that many that quickly.
I played a practice game recently where I had like 82 hobbits, and I didn't even think I played the game. I just pushed shit in places and asked the question, like I stat checked my opponent and said, can you kill this many goblins on the objectives before the game runs out? And the answer was no. I 12-0'd.
And that's the benefit, isn't it? Oh, he's back.
Yep. Glass cleaned. It's unfortunately my wife's favorite, like chia seed pudding container. It is what it is.
You might know one.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, where are we at? What have we got on? Got less.
You lost a bit of momentum. The bottom right camp is currently under siege by the Captain Warband that's been charging down. The Marauder won the combat and killed 4 goblins.
Yep. Okay.
And I've just been talking about the fact that you can't just leave 1 or 2 goblins to effectively stop a flanking force, even if it is just 1 or 2 wargs, because if you lose the roll-off, you're so flimsy that you just die. In Moria, Hobbit, Goblin sense, you need to keep at least 5 to 7 dudes back to make that effective and have backup insurance plan.
Yeah, for sure. It's hard with that list because you've got enough models you feel secure about it, but it's easy to forget that they suck and that like they'll just die to a stiff breeze.
Interesting too, there's no drum in this Moria Depths Legion.
Oh, yeah.
So Jacob's kind of raw dogged it.
It's an interesting play. Not sure about it.
I think it's points, dude. This is 650 points for the Balrog and as many goblins as you can. If you spend 35 points, that's 7 goblins comfortably.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like I get where he's coming from, but also the banner is such like I'm a big proponent of banners, just in everything. And especially high model count armies, because I feel like you get so much out of them. And I would rather have the potential to reroll 40 dice a turn than lose 7 goblins over the course of a game. But I also see the appeal of having the high numbers. So, I think it's very playstyle based.
So I think Dylan's literally just doing like a sweeping motion now and kind of just wanting to target the Balrog as much as he can, whilst the rest of us is just getting into position, really. Yeah,
100%.
I find it interesting that the beasts have kind of left the Beastmaster, so to speak. Like if you look at it from a board state perspective, you've got obviously the 2 spiders and the bats, and they're down here close to Jacob's head right now. I also looking at this game, I realized that I probably need to change some camera angles because you do get a lot of the tops of people's heads just as they lean over to really get them.
I love seeing Jacob's spot.
I officially can't hear anything. It's like I'm fixing it.
No, that's okay. I was going to say, we went like 35 minutes without mentioning it, so good work, Jay. Jacob, if you've got a problem, take it over, Jay.
He's got a better beard than I'll ever have, so he can keep it.
So the Shaman's casting Shatter.
Yep.
And I believe the Shaman is down the bottom.
Is this the Moria one? Of course it is. AOR doesn't have Shatter.
Yeah. So he's having a bit of a look.
Excuse me.
And it's interesting because I think I keep forgetting the name of the warg that's being ridden by
Marauders?
Marauders, that's it. The Marauder's still alive.
Yeah, the Marauder just went down to the bottom of the camp, dude.
Yeah.
It's charging on. Which is a nice little pincer move on Dylan's behalf. You know what I mean? Like he's kind of gone this side, then this side, and then kind of reinforce one of the flanks really quite hard. And poor Jacob's been left playing piggy in the middle.
Yeah, he really has, hasn't he? And you can still see, like, up in Dylan's sort of camp area, he's left some stuff in there, but then if you're looking at the smaller screen on the right, there's a whole bunch of models just chilling.
Yes, there is. I saw that just before as well. Excuse me. And again, this Balrog is just playing defensive right now. So I feel like Jacob wanted to commit hard, but just didn't have I think the movement and the movement deficit from the goblins with the Balrog is quite challenging to play around. I think I can speak, more to that than me, but just kind of looking at this game holistically, that's my inkling, the vibe that I kind of get.
I find it interesting that he went backwards, but I feel like it loops back to that thing that we talked about with the +1 sort of fight value that you get.
Yeah. which if he's at least matching AOL, it's not a guarantee for Dylan to kind of steamroll through from here. And he's Jacob is in a position now where he needs to defend because there's too much there. It's too late.
I can hear again, by the way. Sorry, everyone.
Oh, perfect. Welcome back. Yeah, so this is at the Dominion of the Balrog. So that was a special that popped up just on screen there. But yeah, kind of jumping on in, there's a few things going on, and I feel like Dylan's...
Where's the captain in all this mess?
So the captain is there. The video it's reported to.
Nice.
So
okay.
Right at the bottom. So bottom one with the model that looks like a cake.
Got it. Okay. So he's
he is calling heroic combat. It's kind of been called outside of like the heroic, heroics phase.
Okay, so they've just messed up the phasing.
Yeah, a little bit. And so Jacob's been a pretty good spot and like, yeah, no worries, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
Because
he's a Chad.
Yeah, because he's a beast. Dylan's like, he's one of those players that has been around a long time that jumps in and out of the game quite a bit, and I think Jacob is one of those players who's like really getting the hang of things at the same time. So they're both probably giving each other a lot of grace, which is awesome as a community to see. Like, we're not. I don't want to throw too much shade, but we're not 40k. Like, it's not gotchas and you should have done better. It's just like, yeah, it's all right. We'll make mistakes, dude. Like,
it's not a very cutthroat scene, even though this is considered a 120-point Queensland League event. Around 2 days as well, so
it's a big event for us, but it's like we're still all people and we will make mistakes. And I think we've all had those moments where you go, oh no, I've made a mistake. And most of the time you can just take it back, but sometimes you can't.
We're good.
So we've got the heroic combat's gone off, it looks like, and he's run into the forest a bit.
Yeah,
he's starting to crunch it a little. And
Jacob, I think, has lost 2 models here to this. Because that's sort of like 6 inches, we all tell ourselves 6 inches is big, but it doesn't quite reach some of these lower combats.
Yeah, 100%. And it's rough.
The combat's at the knee, if you will. It's working its way up, but we'll get in there.
At least joking the way that they did with your wife.
Yeah.
For a second, I was like, can't make that joke. And I was like, oh, wait, this isn't Reapers. You can say whatever you want. That's fine.
Yeah, welcome to Vanguard's Track, mate.
I forgot about that. I've been on this channel before. What do you mean?
Yeah, actually, you have. You have been part of the, one of my most viewed videos, which was Arnor versus Riders of Irma. And everyone was like, you never see either of these. And I thought, well, I know there's a reason why you don't see one of them.
What do you mean? Arnor's great now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arnold's coming. I'm selling someone else's kidneys. I don't have any left to sell, so I'm acquiring some kidneys to get some new Arnold warriors.
I'm so glad I bought your Arnold when I did.
Yeah, I'm it's such a freaking bargain basement price now. No, I'm glad they're in your hands though. But no, I've got a 3D printer. There's a whole army sitting in the cupboard. Like, let's be honest, it's just over there. So
nice.
Heck yeah.
Gonna print me a Lake Town army?
No. I'm printing Sean Risotto a Wagmar army as we speak. Yeah. It's 10 Wags at a time coming off the printer every 3 hours or so.
Nice.
It's furious. My poor printer's going to break. It's bullying it.
Nah, you'll be all right.
So I got So is that Moria wins the priority?
They do, yeah.
No heroic move. Balrog comes in. Oh, not quite enough movement on it there.
Not quite enough movement.
But it looks like he's planning for the whip, so.
Yeah. And then obviously he's tied up the Marauder. And I think he's trying to come back and just get into his camp.
Rage Beast on the Spider. Interesting.
Yeah.
Right, if there's a turn to pull the trigger, I think it's now for AOL.
Oh, for sure. Has he measured out to Balrog from there?
Yeah, I think so. But he rolled a 1, and he can reroll into a 2. And that sums up Dylan's casting this entire game.
And honestly, the event, from what I remember hearing, is just poor man just couldn't roll what he needed to.
See, what he should have done is he should have sat down and calculated how much will he needed to kill a Mumak.
You know what he should have done is sat down and read the army rules and known that Dane makes all the dwarves fearless.
Yeah, like all of them, every single one of them.
Every single one of those stunty boys.
Single one of those stunty bastards. It's right. They're all Scottish. They're all probably fearless anyway.
It's not because they're brave, but because they're inebriated.
And just oppressed. But anyway, that's a different story for a different historical time. So, the things we talk about as 3 white men on Vanguard Strike. You're welcome, everyone.
Oh, you don't get to shoot my race. I'm an attack helicopter. That's how it works now.
Jesus bloody hell.
But, yeah, so the lines are definitely starting to clash again.
I feel like this has been the spiciest it's looked so far. Like this, yeah, whipping the captain as you should, 100%.
Yeah, because then
it's just like the spider's is not enraged. Sorry, it's not enraged anyway. But even if it was enraged, you're enraging the spider to fight some prowlers. Like I get it as well. Like you got to use it. Like use it or lose it. But at the same time, it's just a bit sad to.
I reckon it was counterplay. In the sense that you enrage the spider and you put it into range of the Balrog if he's going to whip someone in to kill it and move on. So then if you go into the spider has a better chance of doing something.
Yeah, if you flop, yeah.
Correct. Like I don't necessarily...
Giving choices.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. I think it's a sound play.
That's my play.
How's your big dragon going over there, Jay?
Crying.
You poor thing.
Can you tell?
Great.
Can you see my face and holding my tongue sideways?
We all have a concern. That's a great view of Jacob's head, though. It's a good looking head.
Yeah, it'll be one of the tiers on my Patreon. Not that I plug anything, but you
does
guys
it start?
You guys
does
have
it start at
feet,
head
so we'll
cameras
start at the top.
and it gets start? Oh, interesting.
But there's one thing I know about Jacob. Like he's passionate about getting down to eye level and really scoping it out.
In all things. In all things.
I'm just going to leave it open to interpretation, to tell you the truth.
Absolutely.
No, I can't. It's too easy.
Just going to make it like...
It's low hanging fruit, you could say.
Right in the joke.
Oh, see, this is why I love having people on.
It's not just you sitting here alone watching
Correct.
some people roll some dice.
Correct. I'm not just sitting here being like, okay, here we go.
Here we go again.
That happened though.
But yeah, they are properly reviewing this. I don't think the hit went off for the whip on the captain, because obviously the captain hasn't moved.
Wow, that was quite a sneeze I had. Sorry for muting. Oh, it's coming in.
Great. All right, well, I'll put the tools down and start talking here. Whilst Kirkby's out of action for who knows how long.
I feel like I just got punched in the nose. All right, where are we at?
I love that. I think it's also a case of like, where does the Balrog go? What's the Balrog going to do now, next turn, if he needs to call a heroic move?
What's the play? What's the play for the Moria army here to attempt to get something out of this game?
Well, Jacob
so like,
has been reacting the whole game.
Yeah, so like he's pushed forward, realized that's not going to work, so he's had to come back. He's defending his camp, so he needs to defend. He's trying to defend his camp and break AOL. Is that the goal? Because he can stay unbroken pretty well if he can keep the Balrog safe. So is it a pushing for as an 0-1? Is it a, like that's as the player in this scenario? What are you guys thinking? Like I'm thinking I just need to break my opponent and sit, just keep the Balrog safe.
Correct.
Whip who I need to whip.
The situation's getting a bit frivolous very quickly.
And as soon as you start winning those combats, you get the Balrog back. You start getting those whips off. The temptation is to push. But I think you just need to sit, which can, is less exciting for sure. But, like Jay said, this is one of our big events in the league. 120 points is the most we offer for an event. So, you do have that push to try and do well.
You want to do well.
That's why I take hobbits.
Legitimately, that's probably the reason why I'll take Black Riders to something one more time if it's a big event. Like, I'll give it a go. Oh, is everyone frozen? No, we're back. But yeah, I think like what they're kind of looking at here is just trying to think of where they're at in the game. I mean, from a board position, obviously Dylan's got it, right? Like board placement, he's all over it.
But can he capitalize on it? Like, okay, and we've got in this back corner, I don't think, can I annotate? Can I draw? Is that a thing I can do? Oh, yes. So you got here, got these blokes up here. Are they doing anything?
Oh, well, that was it. Last turn got called. The fact that you can annotate on this has changed the game for me. Has changed
Game
the
score.
game. Yeah. So yeah, basically it was 7-0 for AOL. So they captured the enemy camp and then they got a lead on the Balrog early doors.
Ouch. As the Moria player, that hurts. It's hard because when you're playing from behind like that, it's
So, let's analyze what the Depth of Moria Legendary Legion does. That Legion should be how hard can the Balrog go? And this game, not very.
not hard enough.
Not hard enough. And it's a case of AOL had flanking maneuvers, it had faster pieces to move around and threaten one side, threaten another side. That Warg Marauder getting 4 kills on the charge was lucky.
That's what he needed.
Yeah.
He needed that to really kind of shift a model deficit that he was in. And I think Jacob was caught between a rock and a hard place. We all saw that he wanted to go. He really wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
But he had to stop because there was that flanking force that was coming through. At that point, excuse me.
It's a bit of a base race at that point.
Raid camps and go for the kill. Like, he's not
100%.
gonna break it.
The chances of him breaking, like, okay, yeah, he's got a leader wound. Good to know you got that against you, but you just got to send it. You can't just sit around.
Yeah, because then it's actually asking AOL the question of, well, what are you going to do?
Yeah, how are you going to play at me? It's like, cool, you got the camp, but now you've got to stop me from getting yours.
Flip side, I didn't see many hurls with the Balrog at all.
Yeah, it didn't look like that. It really came up much.
And I think that if you fully send the rest of your goblins up while sending the Balrog back, could be a Hail Mary as well. What do you reckon?
Hail Mary, but worth it.
Back to defend the camp.
Big Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Don't know if I super love it, but it's an option.
I mean, sometimes you got to take the option you don't like. Like, that's what it's come down to.
Definitely think that, yeah, you're right. Jacob kind of struggled because he wanted to go forward, got stuck in the middle, and then kind of just got pulled back. I think Dylan played it really well. There was no ambiguity around what he was kind of getting done. He was just getting it done.
Yeah, he knew what he needed to do, which was try and pin the Balrog or force the Balrog into a position he doesn't want to be in, which is exactly what he did. And then he played to his strength of having the bottles and pushing out the sides.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, gentlemen, thanks for joining me today. Is there anything either of you would like to plug?
I think Jay may have something, depending on when this video comes out, depending on the timeline.
Brother, I'm sold out.
Brother sold out.
I am sold out. But
you know what you're not sold out on? Likes and subscribes. That's what you're not sold out on.
And probably most of you don't know, I work with Sean and Alex with Mountain Goat Gaming, and we are venturing into a lot really quickly. And
you are diving deep. I think it's sick.
Becoming a really big, fun, exciting channel where shortly, like, I'm hoping to do some painting tutorials. We'll do some like box openings for our sponsor Bard's Table. I'm hoping to do some new bat reps and scenario play with Aaron as well. So look out for that.
Vanguard Strikes does love his scenarios.
Yeah, scenario play in Lord of the Rings is just the best. I hope they keep that in this new version. Like, they need it. Sorry.
It doesn't matter if they don't. We'll just keep doing it. That's the thing, is like, we've got a strong enough community to just keep doing it.
This is such a scenario and themed game, and if you read the new edition that's coming out, that's what the new rules are supposed to be leading into. And I'm so there for it. So yeah, go on, Mountain Goat Gaming, give us a like and a watch at the very least. And next year, I potentially will be playing what people build lists for me to play at tournaments and try to see how well I can.
That's gonna be fun.
So it's going to be expensive, but it's going to be fun.
We start with the models you have. Plus, look, to be fair, all of us own enough of the armies for stuff. So
yeah. But where's the fun in that?
That's true. Only if you do a painting challenge. Watch me paint 800 points of ruffians in 3 days, or
I've
speed
nearly
paints.
100-point Urukai army in 2 nights.
Yeah, I've seen some pictures. They freak me out. Those flesh-colored Urukai. They make me feel things I don't enjoy.
Love it. I love it so much. Wait till the final product. They won't be flesh.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no, thanks for having us on, Aaron. I love doing these videos. It's nice to sit back and watch a game fold out in front of you
Mm.
and have this perspective. We're very lucky to have you on YouTube, man.
Oh, thank you, and big thanks to Sean for figuring out that we can circle stuff on a screen. Like that is, I've been trying to figure out how to.
The whole time I was
display
like, I wish I could like draw. Oh,
I can
damn.
interact with this. Yeah, okay,
I
cool.
wish I'd figured that out earlier.
So yeah, you need to come back just to
Always,
continue to do that. Is that the dragon? Are we getting a dragon shot? Is that
Sure.
what we're seeing?
No, you have to pay for that. It's on the Patreon. It's the top tier, the dragon shot.
So big. Look at my head.
Thing's massive.
Yeah, I'm pretty keen to see it in person.
That looks so sick. But yeah. Anyway, gentlemen, I should let everyone get back to the nights. Everyone, thank you for watching what we've done. Make sure that you like and subscribe every channel that's here.
Yeah.
And we will.
Don't forget the noobs. They're not quite dead yet.
No, they're not quite dead. Make sure you go check out the Reapers.
Yeah, they are a dead channel. No.
But revive
they're just a low output channel.
Yeah, but the output's good.
That's true. Yeah. It's good quality stuff.
All right, gentlemen.
Bye.
Bye.